Stephanie, welcome to my channel. This is Art by Steph Matt. You can find me on Instagram with the handle Art by Steph Matt. I will also put that in my description box below. And it is gorgeous out. It's like a bluebird day. If I was skiing, this would be absolutely amazing. We had a lot of snow again over the night, but they've cleared up the road, so it's actually, we're okay. We can actually go outside and play and drive without too much hassle and grief. Well, at least where I am anyway. I think some other areas have a little bit of a harder time. I've got my dog with me. She's always wanting to play. She's enjoying the snow, that's for sure. I'm going to grab a coffee and get inside, so why don't you grab a coffee too? I'm going to go through some of my work on paper this time and give you a bit of a tour of some of the work that I have done in the past. And then later on I will give you a sketchbook tour and a canvas tour of some of my work to see where I am at now. It's quite the journey, it was been quite the process, and it's a lot of painting, particularly on a daily basis sometimes. A lot of painting just in one day, but I just want to go through with you and show you what I've done and have some fun and see what you think. Alright, so this is my box of artwork, and you can't see my face because I don't want you to focus on my face, I want you to focus on what's in here. So back in, I want to say 2023, so I want to say back in 2023 I really started to ramp up the amount of work that I was doing, and I was just going through a bit of a difficult period and I needed an outlet, and that outlet was going back into my artwork. But I decided to do painting pretty much on an everyday basis. And it started off in sketchbooks, and then it culminated into going on to bigger pieces of work. Oh, it also started off on, oh no, it was before then. Just before then I was practicing oil painting because I hadn't done much in the way of oil paintings before, or at least not in a long time. But I couldn't paint daily with oil paintings because of the amount of drying time, so I switched to acrylics and started working on paper just because I wanted to get some work down on paper. So, okay, I'm going to move up so you can't see my face. Okay, so this one is of me, my pooch, who sadly passed away, and this is kind of a memorial piece for him. This is back in 2023, just I want to say around in September. Sadly he passed away in August, so yep, that was kind of a very acrylic style painting. I was doing quite a lot of figurative painting, so this was because I was boxing at the time. So this is kind of a self-portrait of me boxing. And you see, again, it's all acrylics, and it's just kind of, I just wanted a piece that said it was strong, and this is kind of how I portrayed that. And then I started doing still life. So this is a hotel that I had stayed at, and I really loved the room. It was so it was just a stunning room, and I loved the way it was decorated, so I decided to recreate that room that I stayed in. There you go. Close up. This is my absolute favourite, and I'm going to frame this at some point, of a cottage, a dream cottage I would love to own at some point in the English countryside. Got to have dreams, right? Whether that's going to be what really happens, or at least have a nice English country garden that flowers and blooms like this one. But I love this painting, it makes me so happy when I see it. Then this one was inspired, I think it was from the group of 7. One of the, I think it was one, I can't remember which one it was from. I think maybe Thomas Thompson. I think I've got that correct. Anyway, I can't remember which one it was, but it was inspired from that. I was just practicing colours and how to work with distances and colours. And I did this back in February 24. And I actually put that, and I was looking forward to spring as well, because I think last year I was really going through a high anxiety time. So this is kind of why I was dealing with, was make pretty paintings, which made me happy. Then another one, I don't know where I found this picture. It is an image of somewhere. I think it was on an advert or something. And I kind of recreated it in my own version, in my own style. But what I really liked about it the most was these big flowers at the front of the cottage. And that's kind of what stood out for me. And the cottage was just kind of, I wanted to, again, make these vibrant colours more strong, and then have the cottage in the background. Not quite there, but I kind of like it. It's got a very illustrative quality to it. And this one was inspired by all the squirrels that I have in the garden. They're all grey or black. So this is a red squirrel. I wanted to portray, because I know they are extinct. Well, they're not extinct. They're in limited numbers, and I think a lot of them live on the Isle of Wight now. And I think they've discovered a family that have started to grow in Yorkshire as well. I may be incorrect in that, but yeah, so I always wanted to do the red squirrel that reminded me of England. And when I did this one, I didn't have a date on the back of this one. I normally put dates on them. I was thinking of holidays, and this is French inspired courtyard. Again, I was also thinking about gardens and springtime and summertime and just warmer months when I did this, so we must have done this in February. Flowers, because everybody loves flowers. Again, practicing colours and practicing backgrounds. Again, flowers. Practicing with different colours. I love the purple and the green with the red in the background. This one I did this in February as well in 2024, and this one is clearly of a lion, and again it was all about strength, because I was feeling very vulnerable at the time. This one, I can show you this one. It's of legs. I just liked the colours more than anything, so it was the green and the purples, and I did this one in March of 2024. Yeah, so it's all about stilettos, a bit of attitude again, and I'm playing with colour. This one I can show, I really like this one. I've recreated this one quite a few times. Again, I'm feeling quite vulnerable, and yeah. It was just a different colour and different take on one which I have done already. I think I have this on my wall somewhere. Flowers and gardens. Everybody likes flowers and gardens and cottages and all the things I'd love to have around me. I'm going with a monochromatic feel towards the painting. So just all blues and whites. And the pottery, particularly pottery stands out for me, because I am from the Potteries originally, which is a city called Stoke-on-Trent. Okay, my battery's about to run out, so I'm just going to do a few more. This one, I was exploring patterns and people, and a couple lying down I think I was feeling kind of romantic at that point. A tea party. Everybody likes a tea party. It was coming up to Valentine's Day as well, I think. Yeah, it was, February. Pour Some Love, this one's called. I love it. Swimming, somebody plunging into a pool. This is kind of going a little bit out of your depth, feeling a bit out of your depth in this one. And the horses. I used to do a lot of horse riding, so this is called In Between the Ears. And messy hair. Oh, I love my red chestnut mares and chestnut geldings. And this one is when I was visiting a coffee shop. So I was waiting, I think it was for my car to be serviced. And I went and hung out, and I just loved the yellows and the pinks that were in the coffee shop. So I took a picture, brought it home and recreated it. So that gives you a kind of a sample of the work that I have worked on. That was back in 2023, and I have so many of these pieces. That's just kind of a snapshot of what I've done. I did some were great, which I've probably showed most of the ones that I really liked, and most of them I really like. There are a few ones that I was like, yeah, I didn't know what I was thinking when I was painting that one, but I keep them anyway because they're a good little reminder of how much I've progressed, and it also reminds me of what mood I was in. I was probably having a bad day at that day, and I just wasn't in the mood to paint, but I did it anyway. So yeah, I have a few of these boxes with my artwork and lots of paper. And right now I'm working in sketchbooks rather just on paper. I use watercolour paper because it's nice and thick and heavy and can cope with acrylics. I have another box which I will show you. I've got a lot bigger paintings that I was doing. I love the bigger paintings as well. And but for now I think that's enough because it's a lot of work to go through and show you. And yeah, I hope you had a nice cup of coffee throughout this, or at least a beverage of some sort, whatever it was. So have a good day. I'm going to end this right here, and I will see you next week when I post something amazing.